The science of sensory marketing. Experts have always developed marketing strategies focused on the product, often ignoring the fact that markets are made first of all by people. The product oriented marketing process defines and represents a consumer that is too easy to conquer, whereas today, the new consumer proves to be smart, informed, updated on the news, and less loyal to a single brand. Commonly, branding is associated with every graphical stimulus that characterizes a specific brand. That is, its logo, colors, images, icons, characters, etc., as well as the transmission of its value through these. However, this shows a limited representation of what the company really wants to express. Under the traditional marketing strategy, there has been a reduction in the fundamental importance of other variables to the success of the company, brand, and or organization. Luckily, all is not lost. There are many companies that exploit the advantages of branding to a much higher level, thus obtaining significant economic benefits, a solid market position, and competitive advantages over its competitors. Take a Coca-Cola TV ad, for example. The tsh opening of the bottle cap, the flash of the red and white logo, the sound of the Coke being poured into an ice-filled glass, which fizzed, drinking, and the iconic sigh. Interesting enough, the space is not filled with some other blaring and otherwise annoying music. Instead, one is enticed with the sounds. Anyone who has had a soda would know quite well and would remember instantly what the taste of that soda and the feel of the fizz on their tongue was like. As part of a strategy differentiation and positioning, modern marketing utilizes tools never thought of in the past, breaking traditional schemes and thinking laterally in order to expand and solidify the mental territory each brand occupies in the brains of consumers. This marketing strategy, known as sensory marketing, is a type of marketing that appeals to all senses relating to the brand. This forges emotional associations in a customer's mind and appealing to that sense. This makes this strategy quite effective. Aradhana Krishna, director of the Sensory Marketing Laboratory at the University of Michigan and author of Common Sense: How the Five Senses Influence Buying Behavior, attributes this to senses amplifying each other. We make sense of this information based on previous experience and subsequent learning, and by the combination of the information from each. Deciphering through this strategy allows us to understand why the smell of coffee triggers our sweet tooth for donuts, or how the new car smell and feel of the knobs of a luxury vehicle piques our interest. Through this, the brand acquires value, the product acquires value, and the customer feels a part of it. As you can tell, sensory marketing is not about the masses or the fragment. It is about the individual. It crosses cultural barriers. It provides a platform that all humans can understand and react accordingly. The mind is not separate from the body. but deeply connected to the physical world. The brain is focused on goals, and the senses helps us to identify those things in the environment that are relevant to our goals. Eliciting embodied cognition creates a target for brands. Still, there remain some consumer industries that focus merely on the visual qualities of their brand, devoting little to no time to other sensory effects. These brands will need to recognize a true emotional connection with consumers can only be gathered by exploiting this strategy. Not everything applies to all products, but certainly it's worth experimenting a little and making sure what we are doing is good for our brand. To find out if it is being seen, felt, heard, to find out if it is actually present, to garner the loyalty of consumers through providing them with an experience. An excerpt from the Illy coffee brand sums up this strategy well. Inside an excellent cup of coffee, you can find whole worlds. You just have to focus a bit to discover them. To taste indeed involves awareness and ability to mix sensory pleasure with intellectual delight. It means getting every shade of flavor and taste, traveling with memory and imagination.